You're live.
Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Forte's American Karate. I'm Dominic Forte. I'm here with Bradley Chapin, Nathaniel Hallberg. We're excited to get rocking, guys. Everybody go to attention and salute. All right, today, guys, we're going to focus on some stretching to start out. You know, a lot of times we just kind of jump into it. We start kicking and punching right away. We were talking a little bit before the class, and we realized that we're not really breaking down a lot of stretches. We want to do that today. So what we're going to do is just we're going to go through a bunch of different stretches that we think help you kick a lot higher, just make it better, your technique better overall. Okay, so we're going to turn it over to Master Chapin. He's going to go ahead and lead the way. Go ahead, sir.
All right, guys, we're just going to have some real basic stretches, just basic straddles. So just bring your feet apart wherever you can and are comfortable with to still keep your legs straight. And then just stretch on down towards the middle. Okay, good. So if you guys aren't quite there, you can bring them in a little bit. Just stretch as far as you can. You don't necessarily have to be dropping to the splits or getting your hands on the floor. Just bring them out as far apart as you can with keeping those legs straight to get a good stretch. Right now, you don't want your hands too far out in front of you. You want them just down right in front of your body. And you want this feeling right in through your hip flexors, up where your legs attached to your body. And we're just going to try to kind of breathe, right? So from here, everyone just kind of take a deep breath. Try to lower yourself down just a little bit more. Again, wherever that is for you, trying to keep your legs nice and straight. Breathing to try to keep your muscles relaxed as we stretch. And everyone go and kind of bring your body up, take a deep breath. Now from here, I just want you to kind of walk your hands over towards your right foot. If you can, try to have one hand on each side of your leg. Okay, if we're up a little bit higher, you guys can just kind of stretch down towards your shin with each of your hands. And now we want to be getting on that hamstring just a little bit more as we stretch. Again, for those of you guys that are more flexible, feel free to drop down a little bit more and do a side split on that right side. Otherwise, just stretch towards your foot, kind of pushing your heel into the ground, stretching out that hamstring in the back. And then walk yourself over to your left leg. As we stretch again, if you can, try to have one hand on each side of your leg. That'll get your chest a little bit more over your leg and focus to stretch more on your hamstring. Otherwise, if not, feel free just to rest your hands on your shin. Try to lower your chest down towards your leg as you're going towards that left foot. And then everyone go and stretch back down towards the center one more time as we take a few deep breaths here. And you want to be feeling this up where your legs attached to your hips. All right, now from here, if you guys can carefully put one hand behind you, leave your feet right where they are and sit down. So we want to try to keep them at the same width that we were just at. And then from here, just kind of lower yourself down, kind of seesawing back and forth as you go out towards the center. Right? Again, try to keep your feet pointing straight up at the ceiling. That'll help keep your legs nice and flat on the floor. And then just try to push your chest out as far as you can. And if you feel a little tight, feel free to just kind of wiggle back and forth. That helps loosen up all those hip flexor muscles and down through your lower back as you come down.
Everybody at home, be real. Make sure that you're keeping your knees straight, just like Master Chapin's doing. He's keeping those knees as straight as he can. If you notice, hard to tell because he's got his uniform on, but he's not bending his knees up at all. It's perfectly straight.
And go and stretch over to the right. So again, just like we did when we were on our feet, you can get one hand on each side of your leg so that we get our chest over our leg. We want to reach out. If you can grab onto the back of your leg, the back of your calf, and kind of use your arms to pull yourself down, that'll give you an extra good stretch. Again, those of you that have a little bit more flexibility, you can grab around the foot and try to pull yourself down. And we're just going to hold it for about 10 seconds. Make sure you guys breathe. Again, now you guys should be feeling this more in the back of your leg, not as much up in the hip flexor area where your legs attached to your hips. And go and swing on over to the left side. Same thing, trying to grab onto your leg as you pull yourself down. Make sure you don't hold your breath. Stretching should always hurt a little bit. And then sometimes people like to hold their breath. You don't want to do that.
Make sure we're breathing, everybody. Good stretching.
And then back down to the center one more time. Hopefully you're starting to feel things loosen up just a little bit. Just a couple more stretches, and we're going to get up on our feet here. Work on a couple basic front kicks and kind of explain how this all pulls in. Everyone go and tuck one foot in. I'm just going to tuck my left foot in and stretch out over my right leg, just isolating that hamstring a little bit more. This should also get a little bit more of your lower back stretching. And then try to pull your chest down. If you can, try to keep your chin up, kind of looking at your foot, and then pull yourself up.
Master Chapin, how often do you do these stretches in regards to when you're training? How often do you do these stretches?
Every day.
Every day. So you do these before every workout, every time?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
And go and switch. And stretch on down. Like Master Forte was mentioning at the beginning of class today, we talk a lot about how having a strong core will help with your kicks, helps with your posture, but stretching is also a very important component of that. All right, everyone go and bring your feet together and stretch out. So you have your feet together, just reach out as far as you can. With both legs out, you should feel a little bit more of the pull down your hamstrings, through your lower back. Alrighty, guys, go and hop up on your feet. Now, from here, we just have a couple more stretches that we're going to do, okay? Just kind of get the body moving a little bit more, okay? So these are stretches, a lot of that was focused on our hamstring, which you guys will feel especially on front kicks, right? As we're working towards real basic kicks. Probably the first kick that most of you guys learned was some variation of a front kick. So everyone go and hop in your fighting stance for me, please. Now, from here, try to have your front foot pointing straight forward, right at your target. All I want you guys to do, we're just going to bring our back leg up like we would for a front kick, but I want you to just try to bring your knee up to your chest and then set it all the way down again. So we're not kicking yet. We just bring it up and then back down again, right? So kind of getting that hip moving a little bit. If I turn sideways here so you guys can see, all I'm doing, I'm trying to bring my knee up to my chest and then back down again. So again, as your knee comes up, your hand comes up to guard your face, just like you guys would when you're kicking. And all we're doing is getting that leg motion. So we're just going to do 10 of these on each side, just real nice and relaxed. Again, we're not kicking yet. So from here, let's do it. Everyone stick along with me. Bring it up. 1, 2, try to get your knee up to your chest. 3, 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8. Good. Drive that knee up. 2 more. 9. 1 more of that leg, and 10. And just switch your arms the other way. Same thing here. Think knee up to your chest or your shoulder. Bring them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little bit higher with that knee. 9. And 10. All right, I'm going to have Mr. Hallberg jump in here, and now we'll put that into application with that front kick. Everything should be nice. And everyone jump in your fighting stance. Again, you want to point your knee at your target before the kick goes out. With a nice tight knee bend, wherever your knee points, that's where your kick is going to go. So just like we just practiced warming that hip up, you want to get your knee up high. That way your kick goes up high. Okay? We're just going to do a few of these front kicks on each side. Master Forte will call them out. Make sure you guys start working on the height and the speed a little bit as you get warmed up. Ready, kick! Excellent. Go! Sit, kick! Good. Go! One more!
Switch that stance, everybody. Yep. Want to show one slow, sir?
Yes, sir. Just bring that knee up, knee bent, snap down back, and all the way down to the back.
All right, guys. Back leg front kick.
Kick! Kick! Snap. Go! Kick! Swing. Kick! Kick! Good. Go! Kick! One more! Good. Perfect. All right, guys. Everyone bring your feet together, hands up. We're just going to finish off with some alternating front kicks as we get the blood pumping up, loosen those legs up a little bit more. And then Mr. Hallberg is going to come in and work on your next set of stretches for the next set of kicks. So, everyone give me 30 front kicks, 15 with each leg, switch legs each time. 30 of them. Begin.
Go, go, go. Watch that posture, standing tall. Kicking the same level each time. Be aware of your posture. Stand up nice and tall. You'll notice Master Chapin has his hands up, guarding his face.
All right, everyone catch your breath real quick. And Mr. Hallberg will be in. All righty, guys. Now we're going to focus a little more on the hip flexors like Master Chapin was doing earlier, a little less on the hamstrings though. So let's start from the straddle position that we started after that first stretch with Master Chapin. And then you're going to take one foot, guys, and kind of sneak it into the inside. So take your right leg, we're going to bend that knee almost like we're sitting down on our heel. Then point your other foot, your left foot, will point straight up towards the ceiling. And then take your knee and try and point your knee the opposite direction that that leg is pointing. We're going to hold that, guys, for about 15, 20 seconds here. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth.
Mr. Hallberg, where should they feel the stretch the most?
You guys should be feeling it in the knee that's pointed off to the side. You should be feeling it in that hip flexor where you feel it, all the connective tissues there between your leg and your hip.
If you're not feeling that, guys at home, bend a little bit more. Bend until you feel it.
You'll probably also feel it on that right leg, the one that's straight out. You might even feel it a little bit in that hamstring there. And then we're going to switch over to the other side, guys. So stand up for a second, shake the legs out, get the hips all happy again. And then we're going to take that left leg. We're going to slide that foot in a little closer, just like we're sitting down on our heel. Then point your toes up towards the ceiling, and then take your knee and point it all the way out to the side.
And for this to be effective, sir, how long do they have to do this?
We want to hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. It's about how long we want to be holding this stretch for. Make sure you guys are breathing. And it should be active stretching. You should be hurting a little bit. Those legs should be feeling it while you're stretching. If you're just sitting there and you're not really doing anything, that's not going to increase your flexibility at all. We want to push that knee out. Excellent. Alrighty, guys. And now I'm going to have you guys, everyone start on your knees with your knees about shoulder width. And then I want you to try and keep your feet going straight out behind you. If you want to spread your knees out a little bit, that's fine. And then for this one, guys, see how this works on camera. You guys want to have your feet in a straight line back. If you bring your feet in closer together, this makes it a lot easier. So just play around with it, whatever works for you. So knees slightly wider than shoulder width. We're going to put our elbows down on the ground. And then you guys are going to spread those knees out just a little bit more. And then try and push your butt back into the floor. So try and push your seat down. And again, we should be feeling it in those hip flexors on both sides here. And again, you can move the feet in closer, further out, and that's going to make it stretch a little bit more, a little less, change the angles. So we'll hold that again, 20, 30 seconds, just breathe in here.
And guys, we're working the hip flexors right now. Mr. Hallberg, how does that translate into kicking? What kind of kicks we use? Well, we need our hip flexors for.
Oh, round kicks, side kicks, wheel kicks, hook kicks, all of them thrown from that fighting stance. If you're throwing a front leg kick that's going up laterally off to the side, it's going to help that kick out.
Excellent.
And then everyone stand up for a second, let those hips kind of come back into action here, and then have a seat, spread the feet out from the seated straddle stretch now, and try and really push yourselves. Go to the max where you can't go out any further. Those feet are as far apart as you can. You can't push your hips forward anymore. And then back up about 2 inches. And then hold that. Now put your hands, guys, on the insides of your legs, and we're going to pull our heels in towards the middle. I'm trying to push my heels all the way back together. We're going to hold that for 15 seconds. You guys should be squeezing those legs, really feeling it on those hip flexors. And we're going to hold it starting right now.
Push, push, push. And you guys should feel this one.
Keep breathing. If your legs are shaking by the end of that 15 seconds, that's a good sign. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Sit back for a second. Take a deep breath. Shake the legs. And now we're going to try and push forward and increase that max a little bit. So try and push the hips in, keeping the feet in the same spot, and then stretch down all the way. Holding it out there. And now next, guys, we're going to be hitting some round kicks, hook kick, round kicks, ones we've all done before. But now we want to work on that height a little bit. So if I can have Master Chapin come on back in. Yes, sir. Excellent. Hop on up. Alrighty, guys. We're going to start with the front leg round kick. So from your fighting stance, we're going to bend that knee, raise it up, point it to the target, and then snap it out back. If your normal round kick level is waist level, I want you to try and go up to about chest level. If you can kick chest level, I want you to go for head level today. If you kick head level, try and kick Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's head level. Here we go. Ready? Kick! Just like that. Go!
Good. Let's make sure we're pointing that knee at home, everybody. Point that knee just like Mr. Hallberg at your target. Go!
That's it. Kick!
One more. Let's switch that stand. Let's take the short one slow, sir. Just like that. Point and stab.
Kick! There it is. Go! Good. Kick!
Good. Guys, you'll notice Mr. Hallberg's working that posture, standing as tall as he can, keeping his hands straight up and down in the same position. Those don't move.
Kick!
Good. One more. Excellent.
Alrighty, guys. Now we're going to do similar idea, but with the hook kick, round kick. Again, if your normal level is belt level, Kick it up a notch. Hands in. Master Forte, if you could call us out.
Sir, ready, kick! Good. Real slow, guys. For anybody at home, I'm moving real quick here. Let's do this one real slow. The first kick, he's throwing a hook kick. Just kind of throwing the leg out, snapping back, coming back, with the round. So 2 kicks at once. You do that pretty fast, sir. I want to make sure you got to slow you down. Make sure everybody at home can keep up. Ready, kick! Excellent. So, guys, again, you're trying to snap the kick twice. You're trying to kick your target twice without setting down. Go! Go one more. Let's work that other side. Good. Same thing. Hook kick, round kick. Go! That's the way. Kick! Everybody at home trying to get a little higher. Go! One more. Excellent. Very good.
Excellent, guys. And now we're going to beat up the core a little bit, and then we'll turn it back over to Master Chapin. Everyone drop down. We're going to go 30 seconds of planks and then 30 seconds of sit-ups, guys. So everyone start out on the clock. Go, Master Chapin. Guys, perfect. Begin.
All right, guys. Working that plank. Make sure you're breathing. Keep your stomach up off the floor. You know, you can't tell, but I promise you, Mr. Hallberg is breathing.
Yes, sir. Halfway.
Very good. And guys, this makes a huge difference on your kicks. You want to kick high. You want to learn to kick high, straight up in the air. This is part of it. Working that core.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 30 seconds of sit-ups.
30 seconds, guys. Do as many as you can. Do the best you can. And remember to breathe. Very important. Try your best to keep up with Mr. Hallberg. He's moving.
Halfway there.
Halfway, guys. 15 seconds left. Go, go, go. I know it ain't easy. Doing a good job, everybody.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done.
All right. Everybody catch that breath.
Back to Master Chapin. All right, here we go, guys. Now from here, we're going to start stretching the outsides of our hips a little bit. So I want everyone to hop back down on the floor again for me, please. Go ahead and put 1 foot straight out. Take the other one, put it over the top. Try to get it up around your knee, up a little bit more if you can, okay? Now you're going to take your opposite arm, right? So right now, I have my left leg up. I'm going to take my right hand across my body and try to twist my shoulders around as far as I can. Now, if the outside of your hip doesn't feel this stretch quite yet, that leg that's extended straight out, if you tuck it up towards your back, sometimes that helps isolate that outer hip a little bit more, gives you a little bit deeper stretch. So I just want you guys trying to turn your shoulders as much as possible, using that elbow to kind of push your upper body around on that leg. Just hold it there.
And sir, where should we be feeling these stretches? This
Feel
one?
this on the outside of your hip, on that leg that's up. So the direction that you're turning your upper body, that's the side that you guys should be feeling on, the outside of that hip.
Excellent. I know you can feel this one.
Yes. A few more seconds here, guys. Again, make sure you're breathing. If things are loosening up, but it's easier, try to tighten your legs up. And go and switch. So now we'll put our left leg out, or that's my left leg. Go with the other leg across, and then opposite arm, cross the body, and twist. So you guys should feel this on the outside of your hip and your lower back. Again, if you need a little bit deeper of a stretch, kind of tuck that foot up towards your back and spin around, holding it there. Using your elbow to push on the knee to help drive that rotation around a little bit more to the back. All the stretches that we're doing right now, guys, that are going to warm us up for some wheel kicks coming across our body, right? So as that rotation comes across, that's why the outside of our hip needs to get stretched a little bit more. For those of you guys that do crescent kicks, it's also another good stretch for that. Anytime that leg is going inside out or outside in, with your foot pointing straight up at the ceiling. Axe kicks would be another variation of that. All right, guys, now I want you to go back to that initial side, put your legs straight out, put the other leg over the top, except this time, the foot that's extended straight out, we're gonna slide it up towards our rear end, right? So if I'm turned this way, you guys can kind of see a little bit better. That leg that was just extended slides all the way up. Now kind of push your chest forward. And use your arms to push your bottom towards your heel, and then bring your chest towards that shin. You want to try to keep that leg nice and flat, the one that's up here. Kind of pushing that knee away from your body as you pull your chest in. And hold. And if it's easy, try to push yourself forward more. Pull your chest to that shin. That is up. And everyone go ahead and switch. I'll turn this way so you guys can see. So we go other leg across. So you're putting your heel on the top of your leg. And then slide that heel up. And then use your arms to push yourself forward. And hold it for about 30 seconds here. Again, make sure we're breathing.
I think breathing's the toughest part.
Yes, sir, it is.
Keep breathing, everybody. But a lot of times when you're focused on the stretch, you kind of forget to breathe. So make sure you remember that as we're going through. At least I know I do. Good stretching.
About 5 more seconds here, guys. Try to push that chest towards your leg or your forehead. And relax. All right. Shake those legs out a little bit. Let all those muscles relax a little. Okay. All right. Now, for around here, guys. Just like we stretched at the beginning, you're going to put one leg out and the other leg across, right? So this leg is here. Now, I want you to take this leg that's in front of you and try to swing it behind you a little bit. So now this leg is straight out in front of me. If I turn this way, you guys can see it a little bit better, right? So I'm here. Then keeping that shin nice and straight. Try not to bring your heel up towards your body. You're just going to try to lay yourself forward. Right out over that leg. So again, one leg's behind you. Front leg nice and straight across.
Everybody at home, make sure you're doing the best you can. We don't expect you to drop down as low as Master Chapin. So we're good stretching.
Halfway there, about 15 more seconds as we push that chest down towards the floor.
Keep working, guys.
Keep your hands out if you need to. And relax. All right, good. So from here, I'm just going to kind of turn my body the other way. Again, the leg that we want to stretch out towards is tucked in, and then we just swing this leg back behind us. Leg nice and flat, and then we stretch forward. This should be more on the inside of your leg, not the outside of your leg as you guys stretch forward. But also muscles that we use on the wheel kicks, pressing kicks, axe kicks. 15 more seconds. All right, and relax. All right, guys, I'm going to have Mr. Hallberg grab us a sheet of x-ray paper, and we're going to work out a couple of those wheel kicks. So real quick, just to break that down from your fighting stance, again, you turn your body forward. That back leg comes across the center line of your body and then circles around. So circular motion, not a movement that our legs do a lot unless you're doing this in karate. So we're going to hop in that fighting stance. Good. Again, from here, we'll take it nice and slow. We turn forward. That backhand comes up. And we swing the back leg across our target and around. So you guys are hitting with the outside of your foot. Now you guys should feel that motion on those hip muscles that we were just stretching out a little bit.
All right, everybody, basic wheel kick. Ready, kick. That's the way. Jump! Everybody at home, again, Master Chapin is an excellent martial artist, kicks very high. You do not have to kick the side. Sir, why don't you show one about belt level, and then we'll go back to your regular level.
Yes,
so just go ahead, up and around. Guys, that's acceptable. As long as you get that foot up off the ground, that's a great job. We want you going for height, but we understand not everybody's going to kick head level right away. Take your time, and as you get more comfortable with the kick, we'll kick higher and higher. Ready, jump! Kick!
Good.
Kick! One more! Let's work that other side. Same thing, start to demonstrate one slow for us, please. Again, turn your hips and shoulders forward, back hand comes up, and your back leg comes across the body and around to the back. All right, wheel kick, ready, kick, sit, drop, kick, good, kick, good, drop, kick, one more, fantastic, great job. Excellent. All right, guys. So again, let's go back to those front kicks, and then Mr. Hallberg is going to wrap us up here. With the feet got our hands up. Let's go 30 more of them, and then we'll work towards the end of our class here, guys. Begin. 30 kicks. 30 kicks, guys. Standing tall, working that posture. Eyes on the target, looking straight ahead. You'll notice Master Chapin has his hands up, always guarding his face. We always want to be ready. Excellent.
All right, everyone catch your breath here real quick.
Not too quick.
All right, take a couple deep breaths, guys. We're gonna finish out with a set of sit-ups. I got a challenge for you. If you can't do it today, that's fine. Do your best, the best you can. What I want you guys to try and do is you're gonna start from the top. You're gonna go halfway back. We're gonna squeeze all the way over the right, twist those shoulders. Squeeze all the way over to the left, twisting the shoulders, and you should really be squeezing those core muscles. Then you're gonna go the rest of the way down, and then all the way back up. That counts as one. So again, it's halfway back, crunch to the right, crunch to the left, shoulders down to the floor, and then all the way up. If you can't do that, what I want you to try and do is just go as slow as you can on the way down on your sit-up, and then go up as fast as you can. That's a good alternative if you can't quite get that twist in. Either way, guys, we're going to go for 1 minute here to burn it out. Don't stop for that entire minute. Master Chapin, if you got the clock, sir.
Yes, sir. Ready. 3, 2, 1, begin.
All right, let's go, guys. 1 minute. This is it. I know you're working hard. Finish out hard. We talk about this every week, but it's the work you do at the end that's going to help you improve, get you better and better, get you stronger, make you a better martial artist. Keep working. You'll notice Mr. Holbert is breathing, I promise.
Yes, sir.
Good.
You're halfway there. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. Final 15 seconds.
Keep working, guys. Doing a great job.
15-second warning is important to all you fighters out there.
That's right.
3, 2, 1, and relax.
All right. Great job, guys. Great job. Very, very good. Again, guys, today we worked a lot on stretching, and we want to start incorporating that into our workouts quite a bit. Normally, we do a lot of stretching, but we start our workout, we've already stretched before we kind of come on the camera and get going. So we just thought today we'd run through a few of the stretches that we do on a regular basis. I know for a fact that my students have become much better kickers, much stronger martial artists from doing more stretches. I know sometimes it can be, it can almost come across as kind of boring. You know, it's a little bit time consuming. The stretches make a huge, huge difference in your progress. Ask any of the guys, especially foreign competitors that are world champions. Ask these guys how much stretching they do. It's it's pretty amazing. We want to thank our friends from sportmartialarts.com, especially Mr. Mallory Woods, who every week takes his time to get us all set up to run this and to make sure that we all have this awesome platform to do karate, to meet up, and to see all of you. We want to thank Ms. Emily Cooper and Mr. Nick Schneider as well. Everybody, all of our friends at sportmartialarts.com, they do an amazing job, and we want to thank them for letting us do this every week. It's just awesome. So again, guys, hope you enjoyed class today, and we'll see you all next week. Everybody do attention and salute. Have a great day, guys.